Greetings. In this lecture series, I will be dealing with a subject known as construction techniques as an elective for final year BTech as per Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Technological University, Lonere. Before going towards the details of the subject, let us have a overview of the subject. Overview of the course. Course code is BTCBE 705A. Course name is Construction Techniques. Credit allotted to this course is 3. University has defined examination pattern for this, which includes periodic test 1 and 2 having weightages 10 marks, followed by mid-semester examination having weightage of 20 marks, and at the end semester examination of 60 marks will be conducted. The syllabus of this subject is divided into 6 units, Unit 1 to Unit 6. Unit 1 says about planning of new project and construction equipments, whereas Unit 2 deals with the excavation and dewatering technique. Unit 3 deals with ready-mix concrete plant. Unit 4 describes about prefabricated construction and its specification and requirements. Unit 5 we are going to deal with road construction aspect, and in Unit 6 diaphragm wall will be discussed in detail. The recommended textbooks for this are Purifoy RL 2010 Construction Planning Equipment and Methods, published by McGraw-Hill Publication, New Delhi. Verma Mahesh 1975. Though the book is too old, but it covers large portion of our syllabus. Construction Equipment, Metropolitan Book Cooperative Cooperation Limited, New York. Singh J 2006. Heavy Construction and Planning Equipment and Methods, by Oxford and IBH Publication, New Delhi. University has defined certain course objective which will be attained after during the completion of this academic course. Number 1, to study different methods of construction to successfully achieve the structural design with recommended specification. The second objective is to involve the application of scientific and technological principles of planning, analysis, design, and management to the construction technology. Now, with this aim, 2 objectives, let us start with our syllabus. Let us talk about what is planning. Okay, so to quote this, the answer: planning is the process of developing the project plan. The plan outlines how the project is to be directed to achieve the assigned goals. So here in this case, what we are going to do, we are going to prepare a line sketch of our assigned goals and assigned objectives, which we can achieve through a proper sequencing of the activities, and that proper sequencing of the activity is nothing but we can say it as a planning. The second quote we can have here: planning aims at formulation of a time-based plan of action for coordinating various activities and resource to achieve specified objective. It is important in every project to have a time-based plan of action to complete the project in time, or to achieve the project objectives in times. So it requires a good attractive or analytical logical solutions to the various events, sequencing of various events, scheduling of various events with reference to the resource availability. It may be resource, maybe material resources or human resources. Based on that, in optimum time we can complete the project. We call these activities as critical path method or PERT method. Now, later on, if we want to code the statement, it specifies a determined and committed future course of action based on discussion and decision made on the current knowledge and estimation of the future trends. What it specifies that it is nothing but a predetermined and committed future course of action which we have prepared. Predetermined means initially we are going to know what type of hurdles we will have, what type of goals we will achieve, but what we will have there, we will assure that there is a committed future for it. Okay, the committed future means what? The things will be really in existence. Okay, for that we are going to plan is a sequential uh, uh, program. That sequencing program of a process of developing is called as a developing a project is called as a planning of a project. Okay, and as at the last, what we'll get from that planning, we are going to get the achieve the goals what we desire and what the things we want to get at the last at the completion of the project. Now let us talk what is a construction planning. What's exactly the meaning of a construction planning here is that once the project lineup is set up, once the project objectives has been defined, then the part comes how to execute it. The construction planning process is simulated through a study of project documents. This execution can be done with the help of a pre-knowledge, pre-documentation available to us. So what we do, we will have a simulated study of all project documents. This document includes the available technical and commercial studies prepared before the chalkout program of a project. Then investigation which has been done, thorough investigation. This may include investigation related to social aspect. It may relate investigation to geological character of the land, or it may include the investigation related to material and resources of funding, and many more. So next to that is the design and drawing. After finalization of the project planning, the project actual sizing of the project will be done. We call it as a design and drawings, the detailings of the project, which can be communicated towards the execution agencies, where the estimates of the quantities will be made out, work out, and these estimates and abstract, that tender document, that booklet, their specification, all will be given to the working personnel. Construction method statements will be there. What methodology will be adopted for the construction? What type of sequencing material requirement will be there? Project planning data. Here the sequencing of the various processes will also be provided. Then next one, contract document. What type of contractual agreements has been done between the execution committee and the project plan and associated stakeholders. Site condition. What is the site condition? Where it is located? What is the accessibility towards that? What type of improvements we are going to need to have there? Then there is a market survey. If it's related to the goods or the product has to be put into the market, and then it's very necessary to have the nearby market surveys, local resources which we are going to use for the construction procedure, so that it will become economical and beneficial to the localite. Then what we have, project environment and client organization. We'll see what type of civilization is there, what type of welfare activity is there, what type of organization nature setup is there, what they want to do with the execution of this project. And after that, what we'll get, we are going to do all the feasibility study here, in which we will say, oh, whether my project is flexible or feasible or not. And with this study, we are going to come to know what strength and weakness we are having in such a project planning, and how can we mitigate that one. And that total part is called as a project planning. Okay, if we further wants to classify project plan, it can be classified based on two words: cost oriented and schedule oriented. Where cost oriented deals with the investment involved in it. It may be investment related, direct investment or indirect investment. Where a direct investment, we can say it is being predefined to us, like material we require, labor cost involved in it, work hours, equipments, facilities, number of employees, consumption of services, and many more things which are predefined to us, and we have a set amount for the investment towards it. Indirect cost, it's nothing but the associated costs which are expended over the utility, purchasing, management, taxation, legal functioning, insurance, and quality assurance. This will be not directly be viewed while projecting the total investment, but it can be seen intermediately. It may appear while sequencing the activities. The second part is the schedule oriented. So here we will say that the project will be oriented either the time bound or resource bound. So we can say it as a time oriented. We know the well known example here, critical path problem. And the second one, resource oriented, is said to be job shop problem. So what we can say here, depending on the resource, you are going to put the employability there, you are going to put the task there, and accordingly you are going to execute the work. These all are involved in what we call a term construction planning. Let us start to define what are the objectives of construction planning. The very first objective is that proper designing of each element of the project. The second, followed by the proper selection of equipment and machinery. In big projects, the use of large capacity plant are found economical. Means what? We are going to put the due consideration on each element. We are going to have sequencing of a single element in the project line, so that the project can be executed smoothly and be completed in time. Similarly, we are going to say the selection of the material, equipments, and machineries when the project is of larger scale, because going with a smaller investment in your working style, it will lead to the increase in economical part. So we should think over it. The next to that is the procurement of material well in advance. We are going to have the stacking of the material well in advance, so that there may be a cost cutting or cost saving of the material. Proper arrangement of repair of the equipment and machineries. And then employment of trained and experienced staff on the project, because we are going to run the project on a process in a sequential line where we'll require a skilled and trained personnel to complete the task. Otherwise it will be very hard for us to train the people and work with untrained peoples. To provide incentives for good worker means you are going to provide a what we say attractive schemes for the good workers, and thereby boosting their working workaholic nature. Then to arrange constant flow of funds for the completion of the project. There will be complete follow up of the activities, so that the things will be done smoothly without hampering the economic or fiscal defects. To provide proper safety measures and ventilation, proper arrangement of light and water. So here at the site there are number of people are going to work at a time. We are going to provide their shelter, we are going to provide their accommodations and many more things. We should take care about that. There should be availability of basic amenities like ventilation and light. Similarly, water supply, and also we should take care about the foods available at the site. Now let us go towards the part what are the types of project plans. So there are many types of project plan which we have to deal in planning a project. Okay, planning the entire project from its inception to the completion requires a vast coverage, varied skills and different types of plans. The nature of the plans encountered in typical construction process are indicated below. Means here planning is not done at during the flow of a project, but it starts with the inception. Means the incident we have feel the need to run this project to the completion of the project. The various plans, the nature of the plans which encounter in typical construction project are, if I classify based on the development stage and nature of plan, it can be said as inception stage, the point at which I have feel the need of the project to be put in forth to the project. For that we will require project feasibility plan. So here in this project feasibility plan, we are going to see whether what feasibility the plan has, what feasibility the project will create. And the next one, engineering stage, where we will have project preliminary plan, where we'll do the articulate the all technological aspect involved in the project. And then implementation stage. In this stage, we are going to have execution of the work, actual execution of the work. That's why we will deal with the project construction plan here. Let us talk about the feasibility. A feasibility study is an analysis that takes place all of a project relevant factors in taking into account, that includes economical, technical, legal and scheduling consideration to ascertain the likelihood of the completing the project successfully. So here both the things, one is the part related to the economics which will be involved in it, technical requirement of that project, legal aspect of the project, scheduling consideration of the project, as well as, and then if the project is very much large, then it will be a very due concern for the construction agency, that whether I am going to complete it within the stipulated time, or it will take a extended period, or what about the success rate of that one. All this comes under the project plans and planning stages. Okay, let us move to, before talking about engineering stages or implementation stage, let us talk about who makes the plan. Who makes the plan? It is a very simple question, and the answer to this question is that who makes the plan? Everyone, everybody must plan it. Means every person who is involved in the construction procedure should plan himself, should plan his task oriented, should plan his own schedule. Now, who leads to this is called as a project manager. He initiates the process of planning, and he directs the people about the pros and cons of the project and what to be the next task and how to achieve that task. Then what we say, he acts as a leader, and he coordinates and plans the overall project, and he is called as a master plan maker, or he will be having thorough knowledge of all project. Okay, so, with this I will stop the delivery of lecture here. We'll look over the other aspect in upcoming lecture. Till then, Stay at home, be safe. Thank